You're a former CIA operative. You're one of the most respected people in your field on this. I want to bring you into this conversation. I am totally confused now by the Republicans on this. Does President Obama not care about the troops? That's what they were saying before. He doesn't care about the troops. He doesn't care about America. Or does he care about the troops too much? Because now that he's done what he was being encouraged to do, move all stops to bring them home, he's being attacked for that. Do you think that President Obama cares too much about our troops? Is that the criticism of him now?
When we have an American troop, a soldier, in enemy hands, it is the right thing to go after him and to bring him back. It is not the right thing to trade off with terrorists in negotiations 5 of the top Taliban commanders, the worst of all the jihadis that have ever been held at Gitmo, in return for that troop. What should have been done
Claire, why
is to
it working for President Bush to let people go when he didn't even get anything for the deal?
We know who these 5 are. We know that they were the Deputy Director of Intelligence for the Taliban, another Deputy Minister of Defense for the Taliban, another one, Governor of the province of Herat, who negotiated before 9/11 the agreement between al-Qaeda, the Taliban, and Iran. We are headed right back with these guys on the loose.
But the war in Afghanistan's not in the same place it was in 2003. You're talking about an increased ANSF capability. You're talking about a Taliban and al-Qaeda that is decimated. You're talking about the road to a political settlement in Afghanistan. In fact, what I think the Obama administration has set up is an opportunity to start driving the Afghans towards a deal with the Taliban.
Actually,
this idea of driving the Afghans, the fact is, every report we've had so far, the Afghans who are on the American side are terrified that Obama's going to release everybody else from Guantanamo. Nobody who's an Afghan on the American side thinks this is a good idea. And you may be right, we sort of decimated their leadership, so now we're going to refuel it by giving them back to people we had captured.
There's context here. First, it's President Karzai who released 72 individuals from Bagram just in January. So I think the Afghans have a better sense of the situation and what it's going to require to reach a political settlement. The second thing is, as I said before, these people go back to the battlefield. You can kill them. There is a bigger picture.